There we go. More to do. There we go. Let's make our spaces first. Forgot my apple juice. How are you doing today? Gotta do something with this. I mean, it's just stuff, but it looks, ugh, as a background. So I either need to put nicer looking stuff there, or get more of these banners to hang up. Hey, Cassandra. Nice. Really want to get this bird flying. I think I want to start with a downscale, shrink it. I want to try some of that new PCTG, see if it's more durable. Hi, how you doing? I know. You want loving? You want scratches? I'll give you scratches. Are you in the UK or the US? I couldn't remember whether you were in the UK or not. Okay. So you looking for city or rural? Wow. Oh, $280,000. God damn. Nice though. Village, off-road, garage, backyard. Mm, nice and bright too. And you actually have a usable kitchen. That's something a lot of UK houses are missing is a nice kitchen. Nice, actually, I probably shouldn't show that. Burniston. Oh, not too far from the water either. Nice. So if you want to play on the water, you're right there, and you're on the lee side toward the Netherlands. I'm not sure if that's better or worse for weather. I just realized you posted a link, so it's easy to forget just how big the United Kingdom is. It really is. Even as small as it is relative to Europe and the US, it is a huge country. Two pubs in staggering distance. Oh my god. That's good. Oh man. Ooh. These past couple weeks have been pretty rough. For some reason, I can't go to sleep. Um, at least normal sleep. I mean, it's been 2 weeks since I've had normal sleep. Um, even the car doesn't work anymore. It used to be I can go out in the car and sleep in the car, and now that doesn't work anymore. Oddly enough, when I went to visit Michelle, I fell asleep in her room, and I was asleep until midnight. I slept for like 6 hours. Thank God. I was a little stiff, waking up in a wheelchair after 6 hours, but at least I slept. But then last night, I couldn't go to sleep again. I was up all night. I did finally get approved for the GLP-1, so I started that. Hopefully it works. Oh God, I hope it works. It might be my last shot on that. But yeah, my leg is almost completely healed. The it's down to two little tiny spots like that. They're just about closed. But apparently I have a pretty massive infection going on inside there. A cocktail of a couple of different critters and streptococcus too and a couple others. Um, so they have me on a cocktail of antibiotics and they are whooping my ass. Oh God, it's fucking my voice up. I can't stop coughing. Um, I'm eating almost nothing because I don't want to, fill my guts up. The it's giving me cow pie poop. So thank God it's not Gumby poop. Oh, Gumby poop would be a nightmare. But I had to stop all my other medications. I couldn't handle it anymore. I just couldn't. I, I I I told the doctor, I was like, that's it. I'm done. I was like, no more medicines except the antibiotics until these antibiotics are done. When the antibiotics are done, I'll restart the other medications. I can't handle that having to change my clothes 6 or 7 times a day because I keep pissing all over myself, and I cannot stop peeing. I was like, I can't handle it. I can't. The medicines work together to make it worse. And now that I've stopped the other medications, the urination has stopped. I still have to go, and the urgency's still strong, but I can control it, and it's a reasonable number of times a day, and I'm not peeing all over myself. I was like, so I'll just do the antibiotics by themselves until they're through, and then I'll restart the other medications. Yeah, We didn't even know I had an infection. I wasn't really symptomatic. No fever, no no temperature. The wound wasn't on fire or anything like that. No pain, no aches. She just on a hunch, she swabbed it and sent it out for analysis and found out that I had the infection because there was no visible infection. It's inside, and we're thinking the um the infection might be affecting my lungs, and that might be why I'm having so much trouble and why I can't sleep. Because I noticed that every time I go to the doctor's, my oxygen's 80%, and I have to sit there and until I bring the oxygen back up to 90%. And the other day I went in there, I had to stop twice walking to the room, and they when they hooked up the oxygen thing, it was 67%, which is really really bad. And he's like, oh wow, oh god, I hope this works. I'd be happy with 100 pounds. I remember 100 pounds is only 20% of my body weight. You lost a third of your body weight, Jesus. 100 pounds would change my life. It would change everything. I'd be able to put my socks on. I'd be able to fit in the car better. I wouldn't be out of breath walking to the end of the driveway. I'd be able to bend over to the floor. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people I know, and I'm looking, I'm like, damn. And then they say, oh, yeah, I'm on this, and it works. So, yeah, you know what this is if you don't get approved? $1,229. Yeah, that's a pipe dream. So right now they have me on some pretty heavy duty antibiotics, Amox and Cipro. Um, there's potential for side effects from these, but it's low teens. Yeah, I just started yet on Monday. You do it once a week. I haven't noticed any difference yet. Huh? Yeah, it does come in pill form, but right now the sleep thing is just fucking me over. I can't think straight. I can't function. I mean, I'm just so goddamn tired. I just can't fall asleep. I obviously I'm sleeping a little bit. I'm probably micro napping, but he put me on some hydroxyzine to try to help me get some sleep. And he said take one after an hour. If that doesn't do anything, take another one. Um, the other night I took three. Did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. No change whatsoever. I don't dare take more than three. Melatonin did nothing. Ambien did nothing. Hydroxyzine does nothing. Trazodone did nothing. We think I'm suffocating. We think my oxygen level is dropping too low, so my body won't let me fall asleep because it's too risky. And he thinks that for a short time, he thinks that's why. No, Benadryl doesn't work. That's what the hydroxyzine is. It's like Benadryl and steroids. Um, I'm thinking that's why I slept at Michelle's when I went to see her. I think my body position was just right. That the O2 level was high enough that um your body felt safe falling asleep. So I'm gonna try it. I have it's broken. I'm gonna see if I can fix it. We have one of those oxygen concentrators, so I'm gonna see if I can fix it. Well, it's not even just a matter of finding the right position. Is that I have to find some way of putting myself into that position. Um, I'll have to try the Nissan. The Nissan's got a more comfortable seat. I didn't think of that. Hmm. Oh, I got bit again. Not reading labels. I um, I finally found the Harry Potter cauldron cake coffee creamer. First of all, I didn't realize it was the tiny bottle, so that I way overpaid for it. And second of all, I was like, "What flavor is it?" I was like, "It says cauldron cake," so I was hoping that was gonna be like a caramel chocolate flavor or a chocolate lava cake flavor. No, it's fucking toffee. It says it right there. I hate toffee. Ugh. I'll save it for Michelle. But it's driving me crazy. It makes it hard to think because you're so exhausted all the time. You just, I mean, I'm laying down in bed. I'm watching a YouTube video and I keep dozing off to the point where I drop my phone or I drop the remote. So I'm trying to go to sleep, but then I instantly wake up again. It's like I can't get to sleep. Once I fall asleep, I'm good. When I fell asleep in Michelle's, I slept for 6 hours. I didn't. I fell asleep probably around I want to say 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. I didn't wake up till 11:30. I scared the shit out of the nurse when I walked out of the room. She wasn't expecting anybody to be there. But yeah, I slept until 11:30. So once I fall asleep, I sleep good. I just can't get to sleep. I'm hoping this um I'm hoping this infection is doing something to my lungs because that'll mean the antibiotics should fix it. They He wants me to go get a sleep study. I'll do it. I'll do whatever they want me to do at this point. But the sleep study isn't going to do shit because a sleep study you need to fall asleep. I can't fall asleep. Not in any meaningful way, at least. But it looks like she's ordered. I tried to look for one on Amazon, but the price, one of those old pulse oximeters that you stick on your finger and it reads your oxygen level, they're like $20. So I was like, I need one that does logging. I need one that attaches to you and then logs, like it records like every minute or whatever, so it can record all night. And the price immediately jumps to $200. It's like, really, all you're doing is adding data logging, and you're gonna add another $180 to the price, motherfuckers. I think the cheapest one I found was like 140. I'm at this point. I'm thinking it's physical. Um, he thinks the current theory is that my oxygen level is too low, and so my body won't let me fall asleep. Because if you fall asleep when your oxygen level is too low, you might not wake up. It's like falling asleep underwater. Your body won't let you do it because you die. Um, the it's like positional asphyxiation. It's partly maybe infection, partly something to do with my lungs, partly something to do with obviously my weight. That's obviously a problem. Um, no matter what the immediate cause is right now, the weight is adding to it. Um, I don't know. I'm desperate at this point. He's probably gonna try something stronger to help me get to sleep. And no, I don't have a recliner. and no place to put one. Although now that we're getting into cooler weather, I was thinking about just grabbing a free recliner off of Marketplace and just sticking it outside under the carport. Fuck it, sleep outside. Not only is it beautiful here, but the nights are gorgeous. At least for the next couple months. Hell, I could do that for the next 2 months, no problem. Even when we get into like November, just put a blanket on. It doesn't get that cold until you get in the later months. Um, then it'll give me time. I might have to try that. I just might have to try that. No, I can't use anything like that. It has to be, actually, it has to be a halfway decent recliner. I gotta look for like an old lazy boy. Um, you gotta remember, Cassandra, I'm 500 pounds. I'm 480, 485 pounds. If I sit on a zero G chair, it's gonna be sit splash. I mean, it won't even last 5 seconds. No joke. It's not an exaggeration. That's the kind of thing where I have to look carefully. Like, hmm, is that chair gonna hold me? Because a lot of times they don't. That's why usually when I get sofas and armchairs, I get non-reclining ones because they're stronger, so they can hold more weight without breaking. And even those, I got to be careful, getting up to make sure I don't push too hard on one spot or another. And next door is a free section. Marketplace has a free section, and there's also a free stuff app too. It actually scans all the local free things. Where's that? Shopping. No, it's going to be under. Is it under finance? No, it should be under shopping. Yeah, free stuff. Freebie alerts. There's a bookshelf, binders. That's an advertisement. Is that what I think it is? No recliners there. I'll have to check next door in Marketplace. I was thinking about that, but the problem is I'm 6 foot 4 inches tall and I'm 485 pounds. So I would need a very large, very stiff wedge. And I also have the problem of I need most of the wedges stop like this. So you have the vertical part and the triangle part. I need a wedge that continues a little bit so that there's a place to put my head. Because I can't have my head doing like that. That's not gonna work. And the problem is, now you're looking at $60, $70 for one of those pillows. I ain't got that kind of money. Not without even knowing if it's even gonna hold me. Because if it's not stiff enough, I'm just gonna crush it like a pillow. And that's the. I wonder if Walmart has any. Because then I can, even though I hate going in Walmart, I can. Um, I can always return it, but I can at least know the same day if it's gonna be stiff enough. Because that's a truly big issue is it stiff enough in store? I mean, they only have one. This little tiny thing. It's only 7 inches, which ain't gonna do shit. That's not gonna work for me. I have a 14-inch thick, extra firm mattress. Um, I don't think CPAP is going to help. I mean, if they prescribe it to me, I'll try it, but I don't think it's going to help because my problem isn't sleeping. When I fall asleep, I sleep well. I wake up refreshed. I feel normal. Sleep works. My problem is falling asleep. I can't fall asleep. It's the getting to sleep part. That's my problem. Um, so you probably need something like this. The problem is this? It's cheap enough. The problem is, you see how squishy that is? That's my concern. Is I would need something more like this, but longer. So remember, she's short. She's gonna be like 5'4", 5'6". So I'm a foot and a half taller than she is. Something like this, where I can wedge it up higher. There's a pillow on top. But again, the question is this stiff enough? I'm not sure. CPAP is designed to keep your airways open. So the question is, why do I have low oxygen? If I have low oxygen because my airways are collapsing, well, then yes, the CPAP will help. But if I have um, low oxygen because of some other issue, then the CPAP's not going to help. I don't know. I think that's why she ordered the machine first. The doctor brought it up, and apparently she ordered exactly what I was looking for on Amazon, a logging oximeter. So apparently she ordered one, and I guess I'm going to wear that when I go to sleep, and it's going to see what my oxygen is at night. That was my 32. And it's got this piece here. That's important. That keeps the wedge from being shoved out from underneath you. That angle looks fucking vicious. See, that's the problem is they try to make these things, cheaper by messing with the dimensions. 190 is a huge one. These are only 25 inches long. I mean, here, let's run that. Where's my tape measure? Uh, to put that in perspective, let's see. That's 12. That's about 25 inches. More like that. So it's the size of my fucking head. That ain't gonna do shit. Yeah. Oh boy. Without the ability to get sleep, that'd probably kill me. Yeah, like this pill here is 17 inches, which is smaller than my head, and most of these are 25 inches, which means it looks like on her, you can see it's her head, her neck, and her shoulders, and a little bit of her midriff. For me, it would barely cover my shoulders. So not only do I need a wedge like this, but I need one that's twice as big as this. Otherwise, it's just going to make me do this when I'm sleeping, and that's just going to make it worse. And this would be helpful. This extra bit here to stop me from shoving it up, pushing on it. Oh man, I don't know. I can't afford to just throw money at it and hope to find a solution. I probably need is, for example, two of these and a square. So one square, another wedge on top of that to create a mega wedge. Um, Something proportional to my body size. No, neither one. Oh, I can take antacids easy enough. Yeah, see how this has got a flat section here? Antacids are just calcium carbonate. That should be cheap everywhere. Unless you're looking for something prescription like Pepsid or something like that. But if you're just looking for calcium carbonate, Rolaids, Tums, whatever, that should be cheap everywhere. There is no reason for that to be expensive. Why do these have to be so goddamn small? Yeah, well, if you want a prescription antacid, that's different. Yeah, I'm talking about just Tums, Rolaids. That's a real cheap way to get some antacid. Now you see this combined with another wedge might work. So this, and then put another wedge on top of this. How big is it? Why are there no dimensions? Huh. I don't know. Yeah, well, that's an immediate death knell just by the price. Copy. Oh, it's extra wide, which is not a bad thing. Exactly. It is bigger though, and I get it for 80. But is that enough? I don't know. I do not know. Oh, well, save it for now. Let's see if a doctor can prescribe something. The problem is the material costs for DIYing it. Just buying the foam alone would probably cost more than buying the pillow. We've reached that kind of economy of scale. I love this stuff. Oh, this stuff is so good. German potato salad. The well, the easiest solution would be to um like, for example, I could build it out of foam board Just hot glue foam board together into a big wedge shape, and then cover it with a layer of memory foam. The problem is, by the time you build that, you've spent as much money as you would on just buying it. Like you can't buy those materials for $80. Just the foam board and memory foam alone would cost you more than $80, or pretty close to it. I was thinking about that. A mattress topper. Using a mattress topper, but then you still need some kind of form to put around it. Um, I'm just curious. Wow, a 2020 Kona for 16. That's a Nikon. Let's do a search for wedge. Hmm. There's a wedge pillow for $15, but then it's another 20. Drive into Albuquerque to get it, but maybe next Tuesday if he's on the route. Oh, we're getting too much golf. You want too much money. Those are tiny. And that's not going to work. This one looks like a decent size, though. Let me save that. I'll see if it's available next Tuesday when I go see Michelle. Yeah, I'll do a search on next door as well. Oh, and a recliner might not help. I got a when I stayed at David's in Denver, um, their sofa is a two-position sofa, um, and it had reclining power seats, and they were very heavy duty. And I tried using um, that one night to go to sleep, and it wasn't all that helpful. Yeah, that won't work with my mattress. It's 14 inches thick and it's extra firm. mattress is too thick. It might help a little. Stuffing something under there might bend it a little bit. That combined with a wedge pillow might be the difference. Come on. There's a lazy boy for 40 bucks, but it's fucking Rio Rancho. Here's one in Edgewood for 20, but that looks beat. I probably need something more like this. But I don't know if I'd even fit in something like that. Dude, that chair's pretty beat for that price. You're asking a lot. I might need is something simple, something like a little love seat like this. Um, I've slept on things like this before, and this spacing here is just about perfect for me, sleeping on my side with my back against this and my head on the armrest. But that ain't worth 100 bucks. Yeah, I see that, Cassandra. So it is called a love seat. See, stuff like this doesn't usually work because I'll just break this. It just doesn't have the oomph to hold me. Ooh, that's free. Save that one. I like free. All right, that's enough of that for now. I might try to nab that free one. So I got this finally working. I got these little LEDs that are pre-wired with the resistor to run on 5 to 12 volts. So these are running directly off USB. You get what is it, 50 of them or 80 of them? They're 50 or 80 for $10. I also had a whole bunch of these lying around. These are the lever lock wire connector. And then I got the USB cables with the bare ends. And the result is this. So you got your USB cable that pops out the bottom, and then here is your flower base. So this is an example of the single color Wago connectors. Yeah. Um, this is an example of the two color one. You print in two separate pieces, and then this is the daffodil one. Let me turn the light off so we can see it. There it is. How cool is that? Yeah, the one problem I have is running it off of batteries. So if you run this off of a USB power bank, a lot of the USB power banks out there, um, the um, they have a minimum threshold where if your device draws too little power, it won't work. This runs into that problem. 3 of my power banks won't power this. The lights just blink. They go. It's like it's testing it to see if there's something there, and the draw is too low, and so it doesn't work. So we need to either draw more power or you need to use a dumb power supply. I'm betting the cheap 1 amp phone chargers from Dollar Tree will probably work perfectly. But yeah, that came out really nice. And this threads on, so no screws at all. Everything threads together. So there's your Wagos connected to the wires, connected to the USB. There you go. So it all threads together. No screws required, no hardware required. The wire fits fine. You might want to stick a wedge in on the inside so the wire doesn't get yanked. Um, but yeah, I'm very, very happy. The one thing, like here it is, I just bent the wire. I bent it so that the LED is doing this, so it lights up that way. This one, the LED is just shining straight up. Um, this one, I just have the wires coming out, and I'm just positioning the LED. So I gotta figure out ways to do that. What I'll probably do is design a small diffuser, a light guide that you print in transparent um, Petchy to make most of the light go sideways instead of out. I'm really, really happy with the way that came out. I think it looks beautiful. Oh, wait, that thing is bulging. I gotta make that thicker. Well, I haven't done that because tying a knot uses a surprising amount of wire. So you dramatically shorten your wire by tying a knot in it. Like we're talking a couple inches. A better solution would just be to put a zip tie on it. So zip tie, and now it can't pull. So I need to make this deeper. I also want to redo this. Um, I have this set up as a one layer to allow the bridging to occur. And I realize that's pretty dumb. If I just make it round like the other hole, that'll fix that. Because sometimes it's hard to punch out that one layer so that the it'll go through. This needs to be thicker. The Wagos get stuck. So how am I gonna do this? So if I do this, I do this. There we go. Oh, sorry. Okay. So what I need to do is make this cavity bigger. So I'm thinking make it 5 millimeters taller. And then make this 5 millimeters taller. That'll give me 5 millimeters of extra space. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, no, not really. It's okay if these don't overlap perfectly. As long as there isn't a void. That'll give me an extra 5 millimeters of space. There we go. All right, so that extra 5 millimeters will cover the will cover the thickness of the Wago connectors. Let's trim that. There we go. All right, that's cleaned up. Now we need to clean this up. There we go. Okay. Well, let's get rid of the little extras. Orange, orange, orange. Okay. Then we do this. Good. We hide this. Okay. We hide this. Okay. All right. This is the one I have to edit. Okay. Delete you. Okay. So what I need to do is make this the same as this. It was stupid the way I did it. right. The hell? Oh, shit. Not what I meant to do. Well, it is, but I gotta get that back. There we go. Make sure they overlap. Join. Mhm, mhm. Okay. Alrighty. Now what I need to do is this. I need to stretch this like this. Do that. And then drop until we have it intersect. If I do this, I can now see the intersect. Turn this off. Alright. And why does that look bigger? That should not be bigger. It isn't. It just looks it. Okay. Okay. I see what we got here. This needs to come down to this level. Otherwise, we're going to have a breakout. There we go. Let's put the work plane back here. I need to be able to make this longer. Okay. Why does that no longer... Oh, I have to shift it. That should do it. This is okay like that. I just need to trim this. No way to get to that, huh? Okay. That will work. No. I do this. trim this inside here. Cat, what are you doing? I hear you mucking around with something. You mangy cat. Okay. Oh, nope. I gotta shrink it down to this level. Okay. You need to be a solid. You need to be a duplicate hole cut into this solid. Then turn you back into that. Turn you into a solid. Slice you like that. There we go. Okay. That is good enough. This way I won't need to have a cutout inside there. Okay. Line on you. There and there. Hide. Hide. There we go. There we go. Much more printable and much easier to install the wires. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's what I should have done from the get-go. That's the right way to do it. All right, I also want to put a hole in the middle. So if you want to light up the inside of the pot, you can. So let's do a 4x4. There it is. Oh, that's going to break it. A better solution. Drop. Flip it. And lift it by 0.2. Negative 0.2. This way it'll bridge. However, you can punch through it if you want to light it up from inside. Or if you want it to dimly light up from inside, you just leave the plastic there to shine through the plastic. This way you can make it glow in here a little bit if you want. I'm not showing you the screen? Yeah, I am. Okay. Okay. So make sure I have this right. Over. Okay. So this is going to be the pot. This is going to be the dish. Where the hell is the tulip? Right. Let's just get rid of all this. Okay. I don't know what flower this is. I have no idea what to call this. I guess mini flower. We're going to call this multi. Is this the elongated one? Looks like it. What? How's that be 8.95? Huh? Right. Let's just export it. Shredded? Yes. I was just calling this mini flour. I don't know what else to call it. This one I haven't done yet. Okay. Where's the other one? Where's the other flour? Where the hell's the mini flour? Hello? Where the hell's the mini flour? It's 50%. I guess I can't put percent in. Okay. And then simplify. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm real happy with the way this came out. Came out very pretty. And those LEDs are more than bright enough. Oh, come on. Fix the damn file. I got to figure out how to make a poinsettia, too. I love poinsettias. It probably won't be quite as simple as these. But it's going to be done. I love poinsettias. Oh, man. I'm so tired. I want to sleep so badly. Is it making any progress at all? I know I had a hard time with this before. Okay. I told it to simplify and it didn't do it. Let's try it again. That's the wrong folder. Okay, got it down to 20. 2.3. Oof. 98,980 errors. Wow. No wonder this is taking so long. This might not work. That's a lot of errors. 86,982 open edges. That's for a hell of it. Let's try Mesh Mixer. Yeah, it's not working. Yeah, it's having a tough time. Oh, it totally fucked it. Really? Mhm. Let's try smooth fill. Oh, they didn't like that. Oh, come on. Why does it keep munging it? Why does it keep destroying the shape? Let's see if Simplify can do anything with it. Okay. Come on. All right, let's try it again. This file's being a real problem. 90,000 still. Jesus. Okay. Let's simplify it a little more. No. Okay. Let's see if that cleaned it up a little bit. 80,000. It's a little bit less. Let's see if it finishes this time. Hmm. Let's see if this pukes on it. Oh, hey, it's processing. Come on. You only get 4 minutes. Come on. Come on. Try this one. Oh, it's working on it. What's going on? Future section. The name of no, that don't work. We already know mesh tracer won't work. Oh, I hate when you get the sign in. Mhm. Ooh. Voice notes repair. Oh, chewed it up. Damn it. I mean, it fixed it, but it chewed it up. Mm, I wonder. This is bigger, so it might have more space to fix it. So if I fix the bigger one and then shrink it, maybe that'll work. All right. Oh, it still chewed it up. No. Although, can I work with that? All right, no errors. So it's just the tips that are the problem. Come on. It should not be this difficult. Oh, I munched it so much. Hmm. Mhm. So, can I simply chop it? Do this, do this, solid, merge, trim. Okay. Now, you. Right. Take the whole thing, rotate it 45. This way I'm on axis. Now I can adjust it. Boom. Okay. Duplicate. Okay. Oh, nasty over here. Come on, you fucking gnats. Oh, man. You asshole. Wrong one. Okay. Like this. I'm chewing up too much of the flour. It's still not working right. Ah. Technically, it works. Mm. I don't know. I gotta work on it. I don't like what it's doing. That wasn't working. I mean, this works, but I don't like it. Do I have an original to play with? This one might be it. Hmm. I can bore this out a little more. Let's duplicate. Mm-hmm. That'll reduce how much plastic it needs. That's right. I can go even further. Oh, greatly reduce how much plastic it needs. Can I join them? Come on. Hey, baby. It's having a tough time. Yeah, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, come on. All right. Let's copy, bring it into a new window. Stop it. We gotta stop using the claws, baby. They hurt. There we go. Let's try exporting it. Is it intact or is it busted? Only 718 open edges. I can live with that. I should clean up a lot better. There we go. What the hell? Are you touching me with something? Is that your tail or? Okay. Well, let's make it 50%. Yeah, Logan. What's up? What's that? Yeah. Nice. Well, it's fine. You can buy the title back. Uh-huh. First of all, what are they totaling it as? Uh-huh. He's asking you to buy the title. Yeah. So what's the issue now is how much are they going to total it for? You got to make sure they total it for a fair market value. Hang on. Oh, not a lot. 2000, what is it? Do you know which one it is? RTL? Hmm, 11,000. Here you go. Yeah, it's between, yeah, 10.3 and 10.9, depending on value and mileage. With fair condition being as low as 8,800. They could lowball you to as low as 8,800. But if they say 10, take it. A couple $100. I mean, car's not worth that much. Anywhere between 200 and $600. And they take that out of the settlement. They might try to lowball that. Well, no, no, no. You need to make sure you get fair market value because there's a consequence to totaling your car title. Your car title is now insurable value zero. So the next time someone gets into an accident with you, if it's the same insurer, they don't have to pay you anything because they already paid fair market value for the car. And the only way for you to restore the value of the car would be what Pennsylvania calls an enhanced inspection. Yeah. 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 Okay. As long as they offer you 9 or 10, you should be good. It should be. I can't imagine them charging you more than 500 or 600 bucks. You have to correct, correct. You have to see what they come back. They might correct. They might come back and say 2 grand. I don't know. I have no idea what the. Um, I gotta get back to my live stream. Okay. Bye. Pat, if you don't stop it, I'm gonna kick your freaking butt. What is your problem? Hey, Cyber Bob, how are you doing? Hey, don't bite. A mini tulip single. Okay. Finally got it fixed where it's not giving me all kinds of errors. Stop. I'm gonna kick you in the head. Let's make sure it loads. One shell. Okay. And 2 megabytes. Good. Good, good, good. We already know it's the correct size. I've also thinned it out. So it'll take a lot less material to print now. Yeah. Okay. All right, Daffodil 1 and 2. Dish. What? The other flower, leaves, the mini flower, the tulip multi 1, 2, and 3, the pot, and the single and the stem. Okay, so that is everything. Let's not use this. Yeah, let's use this, but let's be careful with that. Damn it. Um, cancel. Okay. So I don't need this. I don't need this or this. Why is it doing that? How do I select a bunch of stuff on the screen? How do I select all this? That way. That did not do what I want. Oh, for Christ's sake, come on. There's got to be a way I can select all this. Not from here on the fucking screen. I need to select all this and get rid of it. That's going to select everything. I don't want everything. I just want this. I don't want to touch any of this. Just this. There's got to be a way. Why did you do that? Why does it keep fucking jumping? Am I not allowed to click on outside? It won't let me click it. I guess I have to do it this way? Man, it makes it so difficult. Okay, these are all it. Well, outside just references everything that's outside of a current plate, I guess. Okay. Huh. All right, so I don't want to do that again since that does not work. Jesus Christ. How do I select just what's on a plate? See, that selects everything. I don't want to select everything. But now I know I can select everything outside. That's what I'm going to redo anyway. I know why it's this difficult, because they're doing things with um the slicer that it was never intended to do, and so it's probably a lot of workarounds to get it to work at all. And so when you try to do something that looks like a normal Windows operation, it can't because it's confused. It doesn't know what to do. So I get it. I get it. I get it. It's annoying, but I get it. Okay. So now we need to replace this with STL um, dish. Why? Why shift it over here? Why do that? I wonder why it does that. I didn't modify that. I didn't modify that. I do need to add the tulip. Really? So I can't drag and drop a plate? So I can't grab this and put it over here? Hmm. That's kind of annoying. What? What do you mean one non-manifold edge? Where the hell did you get that from? Like, I worked hard to get that file down to 0 errors. Don't mess with me. One shell, no errors detected. Interesting. It's having a tough time, even though it's properly one shell. It is progressing, though. It's not stuck. Oh well, it's gonna have to do. Okay. 0.2. Nope, single. 0. I might have to get rid of that. Oh, yep, I gotta get rid of that. Let's do 24.8. 26.8. Fuck. X.80. Come on. There we go. Okay. This is where we go 0, 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. And this one is fine. 3 is fine. 3 is fine. 15% is fine. Oh, got down to 8 grams. Yeah, that's good. Well, I gotta get rid of that. Little brand. Yeah, that's more than enough. Wonder why it does concentric. See how it does back and forth, but then it switches concentric? Wonder why it does that. And there's proper single wall. That's what I want. Good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Almost 2. Top shelf 3. Two is fine. I better do 3. 20%. No. What the fuck? Oh, that's this. That should be 3. Okay. Looks nice and smooth. I'm going heavy infill because I want the bottom plate to be heavy. All right. Let's try some generic settings. I think 10% might be enough. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Much better. Okay. Oh, bitch, come on. Come on. Why has this changed? This should. Why the fuck are you doing that? Zero. Zero and zero. Okay. What the fuck? Why is it? Oh, 7.4. Wrong dimensions. That's right. I think I made it smaller. There we go. So the bottom's reinforced so you don't crush it. Then we switch to the single wall. Okay. Good. All right. It's not working correctly. It's not changing the settings per plate. It's changing the settings fucking globally again. How do I stop that? How do I make you go the fuck away? Okay. Customize current plate. By object. That is not working correctly. Eight millimeters. Son of a bitch. 8 millimeters. Okay. So this is single, nothing, nothing. Okay. This is going to be 20%. 3 and 3. Okay. Oh. And this has got to be 0.1. Let me read the fire. Okay. 0.2 is fine. What the fuck is going on? Okay. And okay. clear out some of the crap. First, let's save this. Why would you do that? Nope. Storage. Oh, I gotta do it this way. One at a time. Okay, let's do this one. Let's update this. I forgot to replace this one. Why? Whoa, that looks too small. Why is that small? Because something broke it. There it goes. This one's going to be object enabled. Oh, to reprint something? Yeah. They kind of sort of hide it. I don't think it's intentional though. I think it's because they're making the slicer do things it wasn't meant to. So they had to fit it in somewhere. It also pops up on the screen. You can reprint from the screen as well. Okay. Let's reprint this. Make sure it works properly. And if everything works properly, I'll have these online in the next day. But I think I've made enough changes that I need to test it. I need to make sure it actually does print okay. Oh, you're talking about this here, recently opened? That's cool. And then here's print history. Oh, you're right. You just open model. Would you look at that? Oh, you have to hit return. Yeah, see, they're doing things with this that you really weren't meant to do. And that would seem to me to be why things are weird. I don't think they're hiding it. I think they're stuck trying to make a slicer do things a slicer wasn't really meant to do. But I think that's what it is. I don't think it's intentional or malicious. Alrighty, I'm gonna skedaddle. It's gonna print the stem, and then I'm gonna print the pot, make sure it works right. The problem I ran into is that the um the Wago connectors are actually pushing on the floor, so it's creating a high center point, not sitting flat. So I added 5 millimeters to that, which would be more than enough clearance. I'm also probably gonna add little spots to put rubber feet. So I'm gonna stop by Dollar Tree, get whatever generic rubber feet they have, and I'll size it for that. This way, whether you buy it online or go to Dollar Tree, you'll be able to fit. But put the little rubber feet. You can also print TPU ones if you want. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. This really came out nice. And with the Wago style connectors, remember they're not Wago, they're Wago style. With the Wago style connectors, no soldering is needed. That's nice. And the only non-printed thing you need is the USB cord, the Wago style connectors, the LEDs, and a single zip tie. Just stick a zip tie. Just stick a zip tie on the wire right where it exits, and now you won't be able to yank it. That screws onto there. Nice. Yeah, I like this. I am pleased with it. Now I gotta try to figure out how I'm going to get some sleep tonight. I am so tired. So goddamn tired. Mm. But I gotta run, hit the Roadrunner, see what stuff they have at the pantry, and really hoping they have some fruit juice. But that's it. I will see you guys later. Be good. Be good to your family, your friends, and yeah, the bamboo printer's been working perfectly. I mean, it seems that even that one slot on the AMS working fine now. It appears to be that it just doesn't like that roll of filament. It just won't print that one roll. I'm not sure why. But yeah. Let's hope this Ozempic works. Let's hope this the antibiotics work. The coughing is getting worse, but the breathing is getting a little bit better. I could breathe deeper than I could last week. So I'm hoping that means it's working. Um, that's it. Be good. You guys have a great time.